I'm yet to go through the book, but what I'm interested in is that I saw a lot of opposition political leaders, particularly national opposition political parties, converging. The leaders, there was there amongst the leaders Nelson Chamisa, there was Jacob Ngarevume, there was also Tendai Biti. Almost all the opposition political party leaders convened during the book launch of Job Sikhala. And part of the speakers at that book launch was none other than Ian Kama, that is the former president of the Republic of Botswana, and they had no kind words for the regime of ZANU-PF. In fact, he wanted to be physically present at this book launch, but he apologized that because of commitments, he could not make it physically, but however made a speech virtually to the book launch of Job Sikhala. And not only did opposition leaders attend the book launch, also some ZANU-PF youth leaders also attended the book launch of Job Sikhala and procured some book, obviously with high figures. I think Job Sikhala made some fortune, especially on his book. I'm interested also in getting his book. I hope I will also get it online if it is available online. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Koribani Global News. If you're watching us this morning, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, number one, is there a hope that opposition in Zimbabwe can unite? I mean, national opposition political parties. We know that these leaders that I have talked about, they were once working together. I think under MDC Alliance, they attempted to unite all opposition political party leaders. There were just few like Thokozani Kupe and just few individuals, but individuals such as Douglas Monzora, Tendai Biti, Nelson Chamisa, Job Sikhala, all these people were once working together as an opposition political parties. I think leaders like Job Sikhala, when he went to prison, he felt other colleagues did not actually fully campaign for him to be released. He even issued a statement that some of his colleagues, in fact, they have been conniving with the regime of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa to prolong his stay in prison. That is why when he came out, he said, I will not join neither of the former colleagues of mine because they did not stand with me when I needed them the most in the prison. So we saw the opposition, though it was formidable of Nelson Chamisa, we saw it also crumbling because of Sengezo Chabang. So, good morning, Lazarus Mapobereni. So, the question is, number one question that I want to interrogate with, if these leaders decide to unite again, is there a possibility that they can dislodge ZANU-PF? I must say, if they unite and change the way they have been doing things, if it's just unity and the same kind of politics, that no will be a peaceful opposition political party and play along, play in the hands of ZANU-PF, because opposition, to be frank, they have been playing in the hands of ZANU-PF, allowing ZANU-PF so much liberties to do as they please, to rig elections, and the opposition will still contest the following elections. There hasn't been actually that hunger and thirsty, especially to look at what exactly enables ZANU-PF to rig elections and how can that be stopped. Issues of electoral reforms have been discussed, but they have never been implemented. ZANU-PF does as it please. The way they were doing elections in 80s and 90s, that is the way the Mnangagwa is still doing elections today. That is why individuals like Senyato would say ZANU-PF will lead Zimbabwe until donkeys grows horns, until the opposition changes their strategy and realizes that in Zimbabwe what is needed is total revolution. You need politicians who are not only saying we are just moving in one direction. Elections, if they are rigged elections, then you promise that change is coming, SADC is going to rescue. We've seen that all that does not work. What has made governments to be changed in Botswana? What has made governments to be changed in countries like Zambia? What has made governments to be shaken, especially in South Africa? ANC was shaken in the previous elections, though there have been claims of rigging by MK political party, but you can see that it was really shaken, taken below 50%. In Zimbabwe, ZANU-PF, it was once shaken around 2008, but afterwards there was absolutely nothing. So I'm saying the unity of opposition politics. For example, opposition won by more than 50% in 2008. Did they get power? If it was an opposition like the opposition of Hakainde Hichilema, like the opposition in Botswana, I'm telling you, ZANU-PF would have lost power during that particular period. But we have got an opposition that only prepares for elections and end there. It does not prepare to defend elections. They want to defend elections with mouth, word of mouth, just like that, dealing with ZANU-PF, dealing with monstrous political party that is so heartless, led by heartless leaders who even speak publicly that they are not even embarrassed to declare killing their own civilians. In fact, they have been, each and every elections in Zimbabwe, ZANU-PF has to sacrifice members of the opposition political party, whilst opposition remains speaking the same language. ZANU-PF, ripping it apart. ZANU-PF telling them straight in their face that you will not take power unless you fight us. So the issue of opposition coming together, as long as they do not change their political strategy, I will repeat, there won't be any change unless they decide to change the strategy. Give ZANU, if you are playing with a monster, be at the level of the monster in order for you to defeat the monster. If you are playing with the monster and be at the level of actually a prey, you will always be a prey to the monster. I hope people understand my language without even adding. But what I want to say, this is what exactly you are thinking. So it's good to see old politicians coming together. It gives some hope that they may have a dialogue and maybe formulate something that will unify them. But as long as the strategy is the same, kiss goodbye. It would, the ZANU-PF will disintegrate it the way it disintegrated them in 2005, the way it disintegrated them, over the years. Was it after post the, 2013, after 2013, the way it disintegrated them, all these years, opposition has been actually hit hard by ZANU-PF, because ZANU-PF understand how to actually get rid of the opposition. The opposition doesn't understand how to effectively get rid of ZANU-PF. This morning I thought of saying the truth. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Good morning and have a great day. Once again, thank you very much for your unwavering support. You can continually support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members or the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by also pressing the thanks button and send us stars.